He is certainly still active on social media. This week, he posted some lyrics from Nas's 1999 track, Hate Me Now, writing, quote, "People warned me, when you're on top, there's envy." Shannon, this is your dude. What exactly is LeBron trying to say here?
I have no idea. I believe let the psychoanalyst Skip Bayless do this, because when I read tweets or I read someone's IG post, I'm not trying to say, is she trying to send a message to her boyfriend? Is he trying to send a message to his girlfriend? Man, I wonder what he was thinking. I look at it and I keep it moving. I don't look at LeBron James tweets and try to analyze every time that he says something. Is there a deeper meaning behind that? Man, I wonder what LeBron is thinking. That's not what I do. But maybe he's trying to find motivation. We commended Michael for trying to find the motivation. He got upset because George Karl didn't shake his hand. He used that as motivation. Whatever Michael felt, any disrespect or any slight, he used that as motivation. Now it's like, well, LeBron, what's going on? I don't know what's going on with LeBron. I just know he has a lot of time to evaluate what happened last year and what he wants to transpire moving forward heading into year 20. So that's where I am on that. I got nothing. I wish I could say, you know what? This is what he meant. This is what he's saying. I have no earthly idea what he meant or what he's saying. Seems like a guy that's enjoying himself. He's been all over. He's been in Italy. He's been in Dubai. He's been over here. He's been over there. It seems to me that he's enjoying his time, realizing that, you know what? In the next month or so, I'm going to have to put my nose back to the grindstone, and I'm going to have to do this thing, what I've been doing for the last 20 years. To be able to perform at a high level, I'm going to have to get back into the shop. And so for me, Skip, when I have no earthly idea. I'm not going to sit here and lie to try to psychoanalyze LeBron. I don't know what he meant by what he said.
Okay, Dr. Bayless is about to be in psychoanalyzing from a distance by putting LeBron on a TV couch, right?
Yeah.
I love LeBron's tweets because I always tell you, highest IQ in basketball. And the other thing I love about LeBron on social media, he is a deep thinker. This is some deep water he's going into here. Okay, first a little background. I don't know if you remember the song. I just liked the track in 1999 from Nas. And again, LeBron quoted just one line from a long song. It features Puff Daddy, and Puff just sort of takes over the whole thing, and he took over the music video. And I don't know if you remember this, but there's huge controversy because Puff is carrying Jesus's cross and getting crucified, and then there was big controversy about how he didn't want that scene left in the music video for MTV, and somehow it accidentally got left in, and it caused all kinds of fallout on both sides.
And we can understand why.
Okay, we can understand why. But I read a little blurb today from Puff's biographer who said that the thrust of this song is an angry young rapper battling jealous critics. Okay, so that's the thrust of what we got going on here. And the hook for the song says, "You can hate me now, but I won't stop now because I can't stop now." Right. Well, that's the essence of LeBron right now. But where is the hate coming from? Because you always say, I'm the king of the haters. And I always say, well, am I alone or am I just another voice? Because LeBron is hearing a lot of hate. I don't know how much he reads his his mentions on social media, but I think he's experiencing from some direction a lot of anti right now, right? Of course. Okay, well, do you think it's getting to him? Because he's firing back at whom?
I just think the thing is, Skip, is that when you say what I've accomplished is what I've accomplished and I did what I did, obviously they didn't make the playoffs, but you look at what he's been able to do and people still find fault. Even though he won a championship, they find fault. He does something spectacular, they find fault. And it's like, okay, he's going to become the all-time leading scorer. Well, it's a longevity record. Well, hell, Kareem played 20 years. How the hell you think Kareem got the record? They make it seem like you can just break all these longevity records in 5 or 6 years. No.
Right. No, I got that. And I agree with your thrust on Kareem because the winning time theme, we're talking about the HBO series, is that Kareem was kind of drifting along before Magic fell out of heaven into his lap because he was thinking about retiring at that point. And all of a sudden, Magic not only changed his life, and here they go into Showtime, but he added, what, 10 years onto his career?
He did.
Well, he did.
He did.
Okay, and that's why Kareem
and another 5 titles.
And another 5 titles. But the reason Kareem became the all-time leading scorer is because Magic became a Laker.
Yes.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I don't believe he became the all-time leading scorer had Magic not fell into the Lakers' lap.
Okay, well, all I know about this past year was I told you I didn't think LeBron was closing games. I don't know if he ran out of gas or hit the wall, but I had 15 times I thought he should have, could have closed games. Well, I don't even know if that would have been enough to save the season because they flat out missed the whole thing. They missed the playoffs. They missed the play-in tournament that LeBron once upon a time scoffed at. Whoever came up with this should be fired. And then the irony is, oh, you couldn't even get into that.
Right.
Okay.
So, well, they did last year. I mean, 2 years ago, they had to go through the play-in tournament to make the playoff.
They did, and they beat Steph on LeBron's shot where he had to, is it door number 1, 2, or 3? Because he got poked in the eye. Said, I've seen 3 rims, and I picked the middle one, right? Okay, so he made a shot to win that game, and then they go up against the Phoenix Suns, who had arrived, and it was kind of a mismatch. It got completely out of hand and ended in 6 games, right? Okay, so then you miss the playoffs, and he's feeling, though we don't see it tangibly ourselves, he's feeling so much hate that he's now tweeting the lyrics from this song, hate on me, I blew, but I'm the same OG. People warn me, when you're on top, there's envy. Well, sure there is.
Yeah, of course.
Well, is it envy or is it just objectivity?
Well, I think the thing is, Skip, look, he missed the playoffs. He understands he missed the playoffs, and all the other great superstar players that we say that's in the category of LeBron, the Kevin Durant, the Giannis Antetokounmpos, all these other guys, Skip, they made the postseason. And so LeBron is very frustrated by not making the postseason. But at the end of the day, you look at the teams. Al Horford gave you what he gave you. Jason Tatum did that. LeBron needed more guys if he wasn't playing up to the level, because LeBron had a stretch, Skip, where he set the Lakers record. I think he had like 25 or 26 games where he had 26 or more points.
He did.
But they weren't winning those games because nobody else was willing to come along for the ride.
I also thought he was shooting way too many threes at way too low a percentage and was hurting the overall product.
Well, Skip, I mean, he could have passed the ball to Stanley Johnson, and he could have passed it to Wenyen Gabriel and some of these other guys, but what were they going to do with it?
Okay, well, you can argue the mistake that ended the Lakers season was LeBron pushing for Russell Westbrook. And you can say, well, so was AD, and so was Pelinka.
But how about it? Well, you know what? See, we say, well, the problem was LeBron pushing for him. Where's Russ' culpability in it? Russ could have played better, and this would have been a great trade.
Okay, I'll buy that, except neither of us expected that.
No, we did not expect that.
Okay, so again, is that partly on LeBron? It's partly on him. So the point is, it is tearing him apart to have to sit on his couch and tweet about playoff games. It is tearing him apart because it's not like he just retired. He's not ready to retire. He wants to at least play next year. I'm sure he wants to play 2 or 3 more years, right?
Yes.
And obviously he wants to play next year because he's on schedule, on path to pass Kareem. And it will be a moment of moments. It could be for a not very good team because if they can't rectify the Russ situation, I see more of the same. If Russell Westbrook is on this roster going forward next year for whatever reason, they just say we're going to ride it out with a new coach who will fix Russ. Same old, same time next year. History will repeat.
Yeah, that's insanity.
Yep.
But here's the thing, is that doing the same thing over and hoping for a different result. How do you run this same? I mean, who runs the exact same team back after you've done what you've done? I mean, very few teams run the same team back, Skip, after you win the title. Why the hell would you ever run the same team back after you lost?
Because you owe him $47 million and nobody wants him?
Well, hey, I think he looked great in the Indiana uniform.
Well, okay.
Buddy Hield and Malcolm Brogdon looked great in Laker yellow.
Okay, does Pacer Nation think he'd look great?
Pacers ain't going nowhere. Let Russ come out there.
So you just want a sideshow? The Russ sideshow?
Russ would probably help them. They'd be really good with Russ because Russ would get a chance to be Russ. Yeah, they'd be really good with Russ.
I think
Russ get a chance to be Russ. He going to have the ball. His usage rate would be through the roof. He get to shoot as much as he want to. That would be great.
And they finished last in the East?
Well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just talking about I want Brogdon and Buddy Hield.
Okay, well, that's pie in the sky, and you want this and you want that.
We're going to get Buddy Hield. We're going to get Buddy Hield and Malcolm Brogdon.
Are you really? You're going to get them both?
Both.
Really?
That's the only way, Skip. That's the only way we can get them with Russ' salary.
I have no idea why Indiana would do that. You can't convince me it would make them any better.
They'd be better.
It might make them more marketable.
Thank you.
More sellable.
Right. You want butts in the seats, right?
Huh.
Okay.
I know Rick Carlisle. He would not get into the Russell Westbrook.
Well, Rick Carlisle ain't got no say.
Okay. Well, he's got some say, I'm sure, but they don't want to repeat what just happened. And this would be you go from bad to worse.
I just need Rick Carlisle to say, okay, we'll do it. That's
Yeah.
what I need him to say.
Okay. Well, what I want LeBron to do is I don't need you to tell me anymore. It's to your point. It's time to show. It's time to get back in the gym, get back on the court. And I told you he needs to be shooting at least 100 free throws a day, and I don't think he ever does.
He does.
No.
But you know what? Right now, hey, finish this thing, the month of May strong. You and Savannah go somewhere else. Go to Tulum. Go to Ocho's Rio. Go to Cibo Net. Go somewhere. Just let your mind go free. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going away, turning off social media. I'm just going to, might come back with a beard. Looking
Really?
like, yeah.
With a beard?
Looking like Castaway.
I've never seen you with any facial hair.
I might come back looking like Castaway.
Really? Okay. Wilson? Do you know Wilson?
Yeah, I know Wilson. That's where I'm coming
You
back
and
at.
Wilson?
Yep. Eating some mangoes. Let me feed me mangoes.
Well, I'll welcome you back.
Second incarnation
You'll be a new
of
guy.
Wilson.
You'll be easy
I'm
to
here
run
for it.
over because you've gone soft on me.
I might be Skip.
Vacation Shannon,
Yep.
vacation beard. I love it. All right. Well, hey, Shannon, Skip might want to go on vacation before we talk about this next topic. Should his Cowboys be worried about the Eagles next season? That's
They gonna be
coming
on
up
vacation.
next.